So, hello, Nikki.
Hi, Aideen. How are you?
I'm good. And Nikki, you're of course from A Few Focail. So, if you want to tell everyone, how did you pick your business name?
I remember very well how it happened and when it happened. It was during lockdown, and myself and my husband were sitting down at the kitchen table, and we knew that we wanted to start something and do something together, and we were brainstorming ideas, and we were just coming up with different things that we wanted to do. And I suppose we wanted to marry the idea of making people feel good with the power of words. And because I'm a teacher, I wanted to bring in a little bit of Gaeilge, a little bit of old Irish memories, that kind of thing. And we were just up for a couple of hours and we came up with it together. We just thought it worked well together because it was marrying kind of I suppose, the bit of Berla and the bit of Gaeilge.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of has caught on, and now it's almost like my second name. I
Yeah,
feel I feel like it's just part of me now. I kind of, yeah, it's mad.
especially on Instagram, I think everyone calls you like I'm always like A Few Focail, but I mean obviously Nikki.
I know, you're the same. I'm like, oh yeah, it's 18. It's not Fluff Yog.
Yeah, and same with that, like Fluff
She
Yoga is
has a
like
name.
yeah. I also have the Irish and English in there, so
Yeah, exactly. But it's just what happens on Instagram. You kind
so then in your shop, what do you sell or make for people who don't know?
Okay. Well, we started off with just t-shirts. Then it has grown into other clothing and into accessories. So at the moment it's t-shirts, jumpers, zip ups, hoodies, and there's different types of bags and accessory pouches. So that's where we are at the moment. We're hoping to expand, but step by step, baby steps.
Yeah. So then I know as well with your new designs, you have lovely the broad, like lovely new sweater designs and also new hoodies. And I know as well that you have a Pride Graw t-shirt for June for Pride Month.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that. That's really nice coming up as well. And of course, I love your pieces. And I think my favorite, of course, is my Ornagi.
Oh yeah, I
Is
love
my
one.
my Christmas t-shirt, which has two perfectly placed baubles. Um, so they're great. They're so fun, and as well, of course, you
That was
have
a lot of trial and error, trying to perfectly place the ornadi.
yeah, they're in a good place. They're good.
Good.
Everything, yeah. And as well, if anyone's looking for teacher gifts, I know you've a Moonshore pouch in your bag line.
There is, yeah. There's the pouch and there's a jumper. So
Yeah.
a good few little gifts for the end of year instead of the bottle of wine and the candle.
Yeah, and Joe, the pouches and stuff, they definitely use them for their
Yeah,
stationery and bits for their desk.
yeah, exactly. That was the idea with that one.
Yeah, it's a lovely one. Definitely worth having a look. So then of your current items that you have in the shop available now, what's your favorite if you had to pick?
Ooh, it's so hard because
I
they're like
know.
all your kitties.
Yeah,
It's like,
it
oh, which
is.
is my favorite? I suppose like my heart is kind of with the Gansey because that's how it all started really. That was kind of the first one, and
Yeah.
I love that, and I'll always have just a
Soft
connection
pop.
with that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, do you know, like your first kind of popular thing?
Yeah, of
It's
course.
just like, oh, okay. But I like our designs have kind of changed, and the way things are going are just, I suppose you learn what your followers like, what they want, and things kind of change and evolve.
So in relation to small business, what is your favorite part of running your small business from home, or what's the trickiest part?
Um, the trickiest part, I'd say, is time management, especially when you're doing it from home and
Mm.
when you've a family kind of there as well. Like I always thought, I hope and look forward to the time when it's not a home run business,
Yeah.
and you can actually leave and leave everybody behind you. And when you're at work, you're at work. But I'm still like I'm a teacher as well, so I'm still working on and in another job, so that's kind of hard to juggle it all.
Yeah.
But I find that part tricky, but I'm getting better at time management, and yeah, just that's kind of the trickiest part, but you learn ways, I suppose, to schedule it and figure it out. But I think the good things outweigh that, that's kind of one of the tricky things, but there's so much that I love about it. Like it's almost an obsession.
Yeah, it's very hard to leave it. Like,
Oh, it totally is. Like you
yeah.
can't, like, even I was texting someone last night, another girl that has an Instagram page, and we were chatting about collaborating and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for texting you on, like out of business hours. Feel free to ignore this." And I was
Mm.
laughing, going, "Is there out of business hours? Like we're all the same. Like you could, you're constantly checking your phone. You're constantly looking at the
Yeah.
messages. Like it's not you never switch off, but it's a in a nice way. Like you always want to stay connected.
Yeah.
You always want to be there for anybody that has a question, because if they're showing interest in what you're doing, like isn't that what it's all about? Like like you're so grateful that people are actually liking what you're putting out there.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's so rewarding, but yeah, it's so hard not to just want to dive into it like full time.
Oh, it is big.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like you just want to throw every second, every penny you have into it, to just, as well as that, like I think the people you meet is really like is great.
yeah.
It's such, even though Instagram is huge, like it's actually kind of a small world, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it really, and I suppose with all like the small Irish crafty people as well, it's so nice to like have our little community and be able to ask people stuff. Or
Yeah.
everyone's willing to help you out, I think.
But yeah, because it actually is a community. Like you kind of think that people are going to be in competition with each other, but it's so the opposite.
Yeah,
It's like
I feel
everyone
the
is
same.
so great at like shouting out, and like just trying to help each other out. It's just such a lovely atmosphere.
Yeah, I think it's like that's well. I've only had good atmosphere anyway. I haven't come across anything.
Me neither. Me
Negative. Yeah,
neither. Like hopefully it stays that way. And I'm sure like there's little blips, like you'll have little blips and things like that. But
yeah,
like overall, it's just, I think that's kind of one of my favorite parts, just the people you meet and the connections you make, like just with other small businesses, and even the customers, like the
yeah.
chats that you can have through DMs, like, and things like that. Like it's so nice. You really get to know people.
Yeah, I think as well through COVID and stuff, like people were like really online was their like escape. So it was
That's it.
yeah, chat to people, and it's your friends with people as well. Like it's a friendly.
That's it. And I think kind of the reason that the whole small business thing grew during lockdown was for that reason. Like you could actually reach out and talk to the people behind the small business. And I think that's like people just saw how important it was and how lovely it is to support small, because they are people and you can actually just text them and they're there. And like it really just shone a light on it.
Yeah, it's the difference with small business. I was saying that to Jana as well. Like it's a different thing to like a large scale corporation where you just get an automatic email reply or
Oh,
whatever.
so annoying.
Yeah, and you're like, that doesn't even answer my question.
Yeah. You didn't even read my email.
And then the email is to ring a number that you'll never get through to someone.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's it. And if you do, they have no idea what you're trying to ask them.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Anyway,
It's like, did you turn it off and on again? Yes.
we've done everything. It's
I
not
done all
working.
that.
You're like, I wrote this in the email. Did
Yeah.
you read my email?
Yes.
They didn't read the email.
They never read the emails.
No, they're not interested in our emails. But
No.
anyway, yeah, small business is definitely it's a
We
different.
love the emails.
We love or the chats like.
Yes, we love the bands. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
So always message us.
Yes.
Don't be shy.
Exactly.
And then for your A Few Focail, obviously is your little business, but what's your most memorable small biz movement or milestone so far?
I think because like when things started growing, and like there was one day in particular that I got an email from this big business. It's like it's a chain in Ireland, which we won't name, but is like, and they wanted to stock our products, and just like the way things worked, like you go back and forth, and sometimes things just don't work, I suppose, for you. It doesn't, like it has to work for both parties.
Yeah.
And it just didn't come to fruition yet. So we're going to revisit it maybe next year. But just, I think that moment made me go, oh, wow, okay, maybe I am doing something that's, that people like, and that, I can grow. And I think that day made me, like, I think even when I got the email, I didn't think it was real.
Mm.
I was like,
Yeah.
no, hardly. But like that kind of moment made me go, okay, it's not just a hobby. Like, this is
Yeah.
actually a business. And,
Yeah.
it's something that I've put a lot of time in, a lot of passion into, and then to see people, I suppose, recognize it and appreciate it. And then when you have that moment of realization, it's like, oh, wow, that's cool. I made that, and
That is cool.
you just feel so proud of yourself that just this little idea has just grown and turned into something.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens with this.
Ooh, watch this space.
Watch this space, yeah.
We'll see. But just, I think when these little ideas get recognition, it's just so nice. It's so lovely to get that. What's the word? I suppose.
It's like a boost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like,
We have our followers obviously on Instagram,
yeah,
and your regular customers, and you're delighted for anyone to be a customer.
yeah,
When it's someone like that, like a big, just random, like,
yeah.
it's like, how do they even find me? Like,
That's it exactly. You're
yeah,
kind of
and it's a
going,
totally
oh,
different feeling. Yeah,
you're like, my last post got like five likes.
yeah. You're like,
How
are
did
you
that
sure it's
person
not the
see
right
me?
person? Yeah,
You think that nobody's listening, but yeah, it's so. And but that aside, like, even just having people want to follow you and to
yeah,
see what you're doing, and to like make comments saying, oh, that's really nice, so I've got that before and I was really happy with that product, like that kind of thing. I know there's small little milestones, but and literally any email or text that I get where people actually take the time to just send a message and say, I really liked my package, I really liked the product, just
yeah,
literally just that, like, just makes you just, like, the buzz that you get from that, and you feel
yeah.
so good. It's
Yeah,
like,
like
wow.
everything, yeah, it's like on the small to the large, any of them, it's all a lovely boost, and you're like, yes, I am doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly, it
Yeah,
is.
so
And yeah, it's just because it makes me aware as well, just like of all the small businesses out there. And I try so hard that, when I do get to support them, to let them know how great a job they're doing, and how much because if you're going to
yeah,
make a purchase, like, you believe in them, you like the
yeah,
product, and you love what they're doing. And it's so important, I think, to let them know, I guess.
yeah, and even like simple things for people listening, whatever, liking anyone that you like already on Instagram. If you like some of their pictures, you don't even have to be buying stuff, but to
That's
like
it.
them, leave a comment, it makes a big difference to a small business.
That's it, exactly. Like, I've put up a few, like, little posts about that, just to remember that it's not all about money. It's not all about buying things. That you can be, you can support small business in a million different ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be taking out your debit card. Like, it can
Oh,
be just like putting a comment on a picture. It can be just sharing something, anything, just to raise awareness for those little bit businesses that need people, because it's like, it's such a big pond, and
yeah.
there's so many people, and like, there's so many potential people there that would love your product, but it's very
Mhm.
hard to reach them.
Yeah. Instagram right now is messy, like,
Oh, so glitchy.
yeah. All the
So
updates.
glitchy, and it's, yeah,
Yeah.
it is, like, you feel like you're kind of just like a little needle in a haystack sometimes.
Yeah. Like you're shouting and like no one can hear you. But
You are.
yeah.
You are. But like that's it, like, and it just takes one little message like that, again, just to kind of remind you, okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Like, there's great things to Instagram as well, like.
In relation to small business. So we'll
Yeah.
go on to what was your last or your favorite small business buy?
Oh, I genuinely can't pick. Like, I'm so precious over
I know
everything.
it's so hard. Even your last one is easier.
It's, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go with last, because I
Yeah.
genuinely, and that's like hand on my heart.
I know, I'd be the same. Like,
I'm so precious about it, because everything that I've got from anybody online, I genuinely love.
yeah. We
I
have
genuinely love.
amazing
Do you know?
small businesses here in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, big time, big time. Like this Christmas, I didn't set foot into like a shop.
Yeah.
Like I got everything online and everybody just loved everything.
You can
Like
find things for any, like, so specific to people as well.
that's it. Like
Yeah.
that's it exactly. You can find the most like beautifully random things that
Yeah.
suit everybody. It's
Yeah.
like that was made for them.
Yeah. It's so good. Like,
Yeah, it's brilliant. But okay, last one. I'll have to go
yeah.
with last because I can't pick favorite.
Yes, that's okay.
Okay, last one. I got some of the lovely little rainbows from Sarah and Radiola.
Yes. My favorites.
I know. I love those rainbows. I've got so many from her because they just end up that I need a new one because they've been used so much. Like I have them on my keys, my bags, my handbags. My
Yeah, they're
sisters have
beautiful.
them.
Yeah.
Everybody has them because I just think they're so cute, and you can pick, like she has like all these lovely colors you can pick from, and
Oh
you
my
know you
God,
can
so
match
many colors.
so many colors, and like
Yeah.
you can match like everything. Like
But yes, I have many I have a few rainbows even here in front of me now. I can see I have a rainbow and one of her moons.
ooh, I haven't got the moon yet.
Yeah, they're so cute.
That's next.
Yeah. She has lovely things. That's Ruddy Ulla, in case anyone didn't catch that, just to check out her page as well. And
Definitely.
then I normally ask a favorite saying or quote, but I'm actually going to ask you what's your favorite Irish word?
Ooh, okay. I'm going to say Mishnach.
Yes. And you can tell people what that means because they might not all be from Ireland.
Oh yeah, of course, of course, of course. So Mishnach means courage or bravery. Yeah. So yeah, I just think it's a really powerful word, and like it's an amazing word in English, like but in Irish, I just feel like the word itself, it's onomatopoeic. It sounds like the feeling. It just has power behind it.
Yeah,
Uh,
some Irish words, yeah, are so nice to listen to even.
they are, yeah. That like it's such a lovely language, and I just like
Yeah, it really
like
is. I know people from school or whatever, and they're like, oh, Irish, but it's so different now when you look back and like, I
that's
know you're
a
Moonshore, sorry now, but
no,
you're
no, no,
like,
no. I know. Totally agree. Like, I think that's why I wanted to do it so much, because, like, I didn't really like Irish in school, and I think it was the way it was
yeah,
taught. Like,
yeah, I
it
wouldn't
just
have my favorite either. Like, yeah,
yeah, like it was like it's different now. Like, I know that the majority of kids that I've taught, especially in the younger classes, they love Irish. Like, they love.
yeah,
And it's taught so differently and approached so differently now, because there's a bit of fun behind it, and which there should be. Do you know, like like it's a language, it's fun, you're meant to immerse yourself in it, and it definitely wasn't like that when I was in school.
no, no, it wasn't, and it was, I don't know, just so boring. Like, I think now it's much nicer, and now, like myself, as well, I use Irish words, but they're just such cute words. Like,
Yeah, they are. That
we have the best words.
yeah, they are. And like it just takes like the one, just I think that's where we kind of started with A Few Focail, that just using one single word, that
Yeah,
we were trying to use the words that resonated with people, that people remember from school, that
yeah,
you don't necessarily have to be fluent to understand what they mean.
yeah. So, yeah, it's the same with me with Fluff My Life, obviously, but even now, like, I'm in, the Cáile le Gaeilge Awards. Um, it's for businesses who use Irish in their business.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and like those parts of it where we had to have an interview with the Moultory, the judges, and they were asking like, how did you, decide to go to Irish or different things? And I was saying how it's so different now, as in I'm like relearning with the kids when they're doing their homework
Yeah.
and all that. And it's just such a like, people, we should have such pride for our Irish things, like,
Oh, big time. Like it's, I know a lot of kids might find it hard to understand why they'd be learning it, because it's not used every day.
yeah,
But like I said, it's more about your roots, where you're from. Just
yeah,
part of your heritage.
But you know, like when Americans come here and thing, and they love trying to learn the bit of Irish coming
Yeah.
over. Like they have such, and even like I was saying with the awards, like I was talking obviously about knitting because that's
Yeah.
my business. But I was saying like we should have as well such a love for Aran, like Aran knitwear.
Yes. Yeah.
It's all things like I suppose Irish things, like our roots, our heritage, as you said. Love if Irish people had the same love for it. If you know what I
That's
mean.
it. You've literally hit the nail on the head there. Like, that's so true. Do you know, like, people, like, everybody loves the Irish.
Yeah.
They all love us. We're like, why can't we? But then isn't that such an Irish thing though? That's so typical. It's like, Asher, we're grand. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know?
But you see, I don't know. I just well, this is about knitwear now. But in Derry Girls, were you watching Derry Girls?
Yes, I love Dairy Girls.
So the most recent one, but they had Aran jumpers on in the thing, and I was like, yes, come on, people are going to want
Yeah.
some nice knitwear. We can do this.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Send them a girl Gansey.
Yeah.
Well,
Get in for your grog,
yeah. Spread the word. Spread the word.
Yes. I think we're nearly through our chat after all this. So for people then who want to, of course, buy your lovely products, where can they find you?
Well, we're basically all online. Everything is online. So Instagram is kind of the main go-to, but we have the website itself is where Instagram will direct you to, which is www.afewfocail.com. And so you'll see in it that there's a section for adult clothing, and then there's the Siopa Glas, which is for Napashti, the little kiddies.
Yeah.
And so you can see everything on Instagram. The handle is just A Few Focail as well. It's all one word.
And as well, people can message you anytime.
Anytime, day or night. I've got 3 kids. I'm more than likely awake.
Same. Anytime is a good time.
Anytime is a good time. Yeah.
So if you have any discount code for anybody listening.
Oh, of course. Oh my God. So I was thinking all day, this has to be a good discount code. So it's A Few Fluff Focail.
Yes.
So AFEWFLUFFFOCAIL.
All the F's.
All the F's. Yeah.
Perfect.
All the F's. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just for you guys. Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And thank you for your patience. People won't know this, but we've had many glitches during this interview process. So thank you so much for coming on.
Not at all. It was a pleasure.
We will do a reel and something fun maybe to go along with this.
Oh, yes, please. Yes.
Yeah.
I love the reels.
We'll collab.
Collab. Hashtag collab.
Hashtag collab, yeah. So I think that's it.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much. And everyone, don't forget to check out A Few Focail on Instagram, and I will tag her, of course, as well when I'm posting about this on my own page.
Super.
And that's it. So thank you so much again.
No problem. Thanks, Aideen.
And I'll talk to you over on the gram.
Yes, talk to you on the gram.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.